Dan Patrick from the Dan Patrick Show, talking about what the Browns have to weigh when considering, do you take Shedeur Sanders at number 2?
This is where you get different agendas. The Browns could take Shedeur Sanders. Now, once again, don't take a quarterback, take the quarterback who fits your style, your coaching staff, your system, all of those things. But if you take Shedeur Sanders, now I got a rookie contract. Now that eases some of the financial pain from Deshaun Watson's contract. You can let him kind of fade away. He'll never play for you again, and you get Shedeur Sanders as your quarterback. Now, you're also going to pass up on guys who might be wearing a gold jacket when their careers are over. Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter. So you'd be passing up 2 guys out of this draft where you could probably say, if they play accordingly, according to, what the scouts assess their talents, they'll be Hall of Fame caliber players. You don't know that about Cam Ward, you don't know that about Shedeur Sanders.
Well, Scott, you don't know that about the other 2 guys either. And I guess the flip side of it is, and I understand what Dan Patrick's saying. Joe Thomas was a Hall of Famer. We took him number 3 overall. You got to get people that are going to add up to wins on the field.
Yeah, there's so many layers to this discussion, Dave. It's fascinating. When I think about that, I think quarterback trumps everything. So if there's a chance a guy can be a great quarterback, then you got to take him at number 2. Now, if you don't believe that he can be, that's fine. Don't force it. If you don't think the gap between him and whoever you have 3 and 4th among your quarterbacks, on your quarterback board, if you think that gap is narrow, okay, then I get it. Then take another position. I also think at number 2, he talks about potential Hall of Famers. The whole draft is a crapshoot. And I get it. You don't want to give away the chance to get difference makers. And I think that's a key to remember. But it's almost a math problem. So let's say they could trade to number 6 and get Mason Graham, and you get another second-round pick. All of a sudden, you got to decide, is Mason Graham and let's call it one of the Ohio State running backs, are they more valuable than Abdul Carter at number 2? And those are the kind of decisions that Andrew Berry needs to make, and they're not easy. And I see kind of all sides of it. It's all about how you value these guys and evaluate them. If you think Hunter or Carter is a Hall of Famer, and you don't think that way about Sanders, you don't think Sanders is a top 10 guy, then take the guy you think is a Hall of Famer. You have to have conviction, but it's difficult because I think there's plenty of pros and cons to all these arguments.